Hello, dear students. Hope you all are doing very well. And today I'm here with a topic named Aunt Jennifer's Tiger, which is written by Adrienne Rich. And this topic is very important for your intermediate course. Either you belong to CBSE or any state board, this topic is going to be very helpful for you people. So let's get started. First of all, let us know something about the poet. Adrienne Cecile Rich. She was born in the year 1929 and died in the year 2012. American poet, essayist, and feminist. One of the most widely read and influenced poets of the second half of the 20th century. She talks about a woman's experience in her married life. She has tried to explore the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of men. Something about the poem. The short poem by Adrienne Rich called Aunt Jennifer's Tigers consists of only 3 stanzas, but it tells the entire story of Aunt Jennifer's life. Hard life of women in male-dominated society is the main theme of the poem. The author creates a picture of life of Aunt Jennifer. And there are several places in the poem which give allusion that Aunt Jennifer is unhappily married and that she oppressed by her husband. Let us first see the first stanza. I'm just reading the stanza for you people. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. Explanations, as you can see, my dear students, is written right below. I am reading it for you. The poet is talking about a lady whom she addresses Aunt Jennifer. She is embroidering a piece of cloth. It could be anything. It could be a tablecloth or a wall hanging. The pattern shows tigers who are moving and jumping around all over the fabric. They are bright yellow in color, like the color of the topaz stone. The dense green forest background is their home. They are the proud and fearless citizens of the forest. Here we can see a contrast is shown between Aunt Jennifer and her tigers. The tigers are fearless, but this lady who is embroidering them is not so. The tigers look elegant, shining, and full of the gentleman's grace. So, dear students, here the poet is describing a lady whom she addresses at Aunt Jennifer, as I told you before. She says that Aunt Jennifer is doing embroidery on a piece of cloth, which could be a tablecloth or a wall hanging. And she has designed it with beautiful tigers which are running fearlessly in the green forest. She has described their beauty by comparing them with a precious yellow stone known as topaz. She says that they appear bright yellow in the green backdrop of the forest. They are fearless and they are not affected by the presence of men. Here we can sense the contrast of behavior between the tigers and Aunt. Though the tigers designed by her are fearless, but she herself is afraid of her husband. Further, the poet says that the tigers are proud and fearless citizens of the forest. They are very shiny and elegant. I hope that the very first stanza is clear to you, my dear students. And let us proceed further. Coming to the second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's finger fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Explanations are: the lady's fingers are trembling with the fear of her husband. She is pursuing her hobby in her free time, but probably she is still afraid of her husband who could scold her. Her fingers are so tired of working endlessly all her life. The needle is also very heavy for her to pull out of the cloth. Here, the words uncle's wedding band, as the band was bought by her husband and it is still his. The lady is totally dependent on her husband. She is still burdened by the weight of the ring. Here, weight means the encirclement or trapping that has fallen upon her by getting married to him. She has been burdened by the obligations of married life and has become the man's property. She has been living a demanding life. So let us see the explanation of second stanza, my dear students. As we have already seen in the point, here the poet describes the fear of Aunt Jennifer's towards her husband. She says that while she is doing embroidery, her fingers are quivering, her fingers are shaking with fear of her husband. Her husband doesn't approve of her hobby of embroidery, and therefore she trembles while she is embroidering the piece of cloth. It has become difficult for her to pull her needle up and down. And then she describes the wedding ring which was given by uncle to Aunt Jennifer on their wedding day. She says that it is a kind of burden for her to wear this ring. She has been tortured by her husband so much that the wedding ring, which could have been a beautiful gift for her, seems like a burden to her. She has faced so many difficulties in her married life that the little ring is described as a heavy band on her trembling fingers. This means that the ring is associated with some bad experiences in the form of torture she has faced because of her husband's dominating behavior. So without wasting time, come to the third stanza. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Here the explanation. Her wish to live a free, fearless life is indicated by her choice of design tigers. It shows her innermost desire of being strong, fearless, which has been overpowered by her husband. Probably her ordeal will end upon her death. Her frightened, shaking fingers will be put to rest. But still, even after death, the ring shall remain on her hand. That is, her husband's rule over her is not yet over. and her death, her desire of freedom and fearlessness shall remain alive in these tigers which she has embroidered. So, in the last stanza, the poet says that one can easily sense Ant's desire for freedom and fearlessness through her design of tigers. Further, she says that it is not possible for Ant to achieve this freedom during her lifetime. She will attain it only after her death. But here also, the irony of her life is that still she will be tied up with shackles in the form of her husband's wedding ring. The ring was the sole proof of the tortures which she had faced from her husband. And on the other hand, there are tigers designed by Aunt Jennifer, which will always depict her desire of living a fearless life by jumping proudly and bravely on the piece of cloth. So, here, my dear students, I hope that the poem must be clear to you. Thank you very much.